Hey, look, I meet this girl on Instagram, right? All the time, right? She order a meal, start eating it, and then say she don't want it, so she order 2 more meals.
What?
Right.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
what you ordering for?
First of all, you tell me to just let it stop.
Look.
Stop.
Bro.
Like, you're a broke ass nigga. First of all, you told me
Like,
that
you
you
know
was
what I'm
taking me
saying?
to a 5-star restaurant. This is bullshit.
Look.
Ain't no look.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
These meals $70 a piece. What the f*** you talking
You're
about?
broke
Like,
as
bro,
yeah.
never. You hear me? I don't know what type of motherfucker she think I am. This ain't that, baby.
It was nasty.
Look, but she eating this though.
Yeah, now.
She was eating this, and then look. Your ass about to be glad you drove. With my mama, your ass will walk.
Nigga, I'm leave them.
You talking about? You gonna and you paying for that? You gonna have to, baby. Leave. I don't give a. What you talking about? Leave.
Now, I gotta say, I don't know if this is real or if this is a skit. You never know with the internet nowadays. But regardless, this situation is crazy. So you take a girl out, she don't like her first meal, so she decides she wants to order 2 separate meals on your dime. Now, she could have been playing the game with this man, trying to get all that stuff into a doggy bag to take it home to her real boyfriend or her kids or whatever, who knows. But the point is, that ain't cool. You can't go out in the restaurant and do that on somebody else's dime. If you want to play that game with your money, that's fine. But you don't do that with somebody else. And then she hit him with the hood rat classic, calling them broke. So this man took you out to dinner to a decent restaurant. You said it was like $70 a plate, so it wasn't Chili's. So he took you out to a decent restaurant, but as soon as you cross his boundaries and he says something about it, now he's broke. That's just how some women are. You gotta just ignore them. And I just thought it was awfully funny that as soon as he mentioned she gonna have to pay for it, she scooted out of that booth real quick. So I'm not sure if he's the broke one or not. But either way, fellas, we gotta start vetting these women better before we start taking them on these dates. I keep saying, get on the phone, have some phone conversations with them, FaceTime with them, ask some questions so you can figure out what type of person you're dealing with before you're sitting across the dinner table with them. But I'll be honest with you, as soon as he said he met her on Instagram, he was probably losing from that moment on anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I want to add, if this is real, I hate that he recorded this. I just don't like the fact that people are pulling out their phones and recording in situations like this. I don't think that's cool. Now, if you're recording to protect yourself or something happening and you want to just have video proof, that's one thing. But just record something to put online to me ain't cool. But don't stop doing it because I love reacting to it. But anyway, fellas, what would you do in that situation? Would you just let it ride or would you say something like your man did?
Will you date a guy who's obese?
No.
Okay, why not?
I just prefer, I feel like, I mean, I know obviously I'm a little bit overweight, but I definitely want my partner to take care of themselves in that way.
What the hell did you just say?
Especially if we're getting a little bit older.
When you say take care, so I mean,
fit.
You want the guy to be fit?
Yes.
Can you tell us what your cutoff is here?
I mean, the 40% I wouldn't.
Why not? What's wrong with the 40%?
It just kind of looks unhealthy. I mean, but that's just a picture. If they looked like that and they were active, then that's a different scenario.
I'm not trying to be rude.
I know.
Your body type equivalent is probably the 40%.
Probably. I'm not denying that. I know what I look like.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Apparently you don't, because what you're saying is crazy. There are so many people who do this. Men do this too. This isn't just women. They are asking for something that they are nowhere even close to. Like, why is this lady asking for a man who is fit, who looks like he takes care of himself, when she's not fit and she doesn't take care of herself? And she's acknowledging it. She's not even shy about it. She's just saying, that's just what I want. I just want that. That's like walking to a Rolls Royce dealership. You got $50 in your pocket and you work at Wendy's. You're just wasting everybody's time. This is why you're single. There are men out there who like extra meat on their pizzas. Why don't you date one of them? There's a bunch of meat lover pizza guys out there. They like extra meat. You'll fit them perfectly. But in most situations, those guys are gonna have some meat on them. But you want the rock. You know what? Do whatever you want to do, lady. All I'm saying is don't be online whining about why the single market is bad and why you can't find anybody and why life is hard, because ain't nobody trying to hear that. You're delusional and you need some help. That's what it is. And anybody out here who sound like this, you're just as delusional as she is. All y'all need some damn therapy. Or just start dating each other. Just leave us regular people alone.
Fellas, I have a question. If you are dating a woman, just say y'all been dating for over a year, and she has kids, she has a baby daddy, but the baby daddy is absent and not willing, meaning he don't help her with the kids or anything. But it's time to go to school. Like it's back to school time. Do you feel like you should, not that you have to, but do you feel like you should help her with the kids' school supplies, school shoes, clothes, you know, any type of help? Do you feel like you should help her? That's my question. Like, I just want to know what you all's thoughts are, you know, how you would feel about something like that. Like, what would your position be? Just asking, just wondering, curious. Let me know, y'all, in the comments. Thanks.
My answer to this question is yes. If I had the money to help, I would help. And let me explain to you why I would help. Because if I'm in that situation and I'm with her for over a year, that would mean I probably met the kid, we have some kind of relationship, and I would have already accepted the fact that if I'm going to be with this woman, I'm going to be with the kids as well. So if I've been in that relationship for over a year, I'm already okay with that, because that is part of the dating the baby mother package. You will most likely not only help her in situations, you will also be there helping with the kids. Because either way you look at it, you're going to be helping her with the kids. So let's say school is coming, she go out spend a bunch of money on these school supplies because the kids need them, but then she can't pay her electric bill or something else. If you're in that relationship with her and you have the money, there's a good chance you're going to help her with that. So either way you're going to be helping with the kids. It's just going to be directly or indirectly. Any man who goes into that relationship thinking that he doesn't have any responsibility for these kids, he's mistaken, because in most situations it's not going to work that way. Now I will say this is why a lot of men stay away from dating single mothers, because it is a package deal, because you can't just be there for her, you have to be there for the kids, especially if she's in a situation where the father wants nothing to do with them. You will be essentially number two. You have to come off the bench and put up some points. That is what you're stepping into when you're going into that role. And again, any man who goes in that relationship and they believe the girl when she say you ain't got to worry about my kids, you're crazy, because you are going to have to worry about those kids. But this is why a lot of men don't want to do it. You will have to share your resources with not just her, the kids. And if you have your own kids, you got to deal with that too. So it is a lot to think about if you're going to sign up for that package. But her question wasn't if you should date a single mother. The question was, if you're dating one for over a year, that would mean things are going well. Would you help her out? And if I'm in that situation, I'm going to help out, because that's just how I am in a relationship. I'm not going to sit there and watch the person that I care about struggling and I don't help them. That's just not how I am. But this is why I'm very careful about who I get into a relationship with. That's just what it is. And you would just have to hope that if something was to happen to you and you didn't have the extra funds and your kids needed school supplies and she had the extra funds, she would be willing to help you too. But it's part of the package. There ain't no way around it. But anyway, that's my answer. What do y'all think? Men, are you going to help her out if you're in that situation? Women, would you expect him to help you out if you're in that situation?
No, but seriously, gentlemen, where can a woman find a loyal man? I feel like every man out there either has a Snapchat or has a mistress, and I just want a loyal one.
They got a Snapchat or a mistress, so you're dating teenagers and married men? Lady, that's your first problem right there. Let me guess, Chad slept with your best friend. That's what happened? You can tell me, I ain't gonna tell nobody. Look here, lady, I'm about sick of you women coming online asking these silly questions. You wanna know where the loyal men are? Well, there's about 12 of them in your DMs, about 5 of them in your friend zone. You got about 4 of them at your job who wants to date you. There's about 16 of them that's probably tried to talk to you at some point throughout the last year that you totally ignored. And let's not forget about all the guys on those dating apps that you've never met because you have it set to not show you men under 6 feet tall. So stop coming on here whining because Chad and Tyrone refuse to be loyal. That's not what they do. That's what you want, but that's not what they do. So if loyalty is what you're looking for, you're probably gonna have to change the type of guy that you're going after. If you don't want to do that, like In Vogue said, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.